We talked a little bit about the term monster yesterday, correct?
Yes, I've heard that word quite a lot, yes.
Yeah, and you testified yesterday that you used that term to placate Amber, right? And I believe that you testified that it was the word that she clung to describe what was in her mind, not yours. I wrote down what you said. You remember giving that testimony?
The monster, more than anything, was Ms. Heard's way of referencing whether she perceived that I was on substances or taking substances. So the word monster became, it represented for her the consumption of alcohol or any other substances, whether it was actually happening or not, her perception. And so monster became her click word, right, if you will.
But actually the term monster to describe yourself came from you.
Well, initially Ms. Heard, I believe she started out with demons. She started out with, saying that I had demons. And then when monster was put into a conversation, which again, I have a particular way of using words, vocabulary in my vernacular. So monster was something that which she stuck with, tried and true. I mean, she just stayed with that.
Right, but
you'd have to accept
it came from you. The term
unless
came
you
from
wanted
you.
to argue.
The term came from you, didn't it?
It's very probable. It's possible. It's probable that I might have used that word. Certainly.
Right, and in 2012, in fact, Elton John was one of your friends who was trying to help you get sober, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you sent him a message in 2012 where you thanked him for his help, and you said, quote, "I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you. That is a simple fact." Isn't that true?
Yes. Again, the monster referring to alcohol and substances.
Correct. And you didn't send that message to Miss Heard. You sent that to Elton John. I would have been swallowed up by the monster were it not for you. Correct?
Elton.
Can you pull up Exhibit 408, please?
Was a dear friend who has been sober for 40 years, 30 years. So he was. We'd had discussions, and he wanted me to get clean, sober. So Elton actually sent a fellow called Charlie Dunnett, who worked with Elton for years and years. And
Mr. Depp, I appreciate that. My only question was just to confirm that you had sent that message to Elton John, nothing else. Thank you.
So I'll just stop talking.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time.
Sorry?
I just said I want to be respectful of the court's time and the jury's time, and I trust that you do too. So,
well, I don't feel like I'm wasting anyone's time, sir.
Could you pull up Exhibit 408, please? Mr. Depp, I'd like to turn your attention to the bottom text on this page. And can you confirm that this is a text message that you sent on April 9th, 2015, while you were married to Amber, to your sister? You see that?
The last...
the last text on the one on the bottom.
Yes, I see that, yes.
Your Honor, I'd move for admission of 408 with all the identifiers redacted and everything except the last text redacted.
Just the last one?
Yes, Your Honor.
One text.
We object, Your Honor. If we could approach this very quickly.
I had and the one above it. Okay. And Mr. Depp, to clarify, is sis in those texts, is that your sister, or it could be Amber's sister too, right? One or the other.
Sis, I was referring to Whitney.
Whitney.
Heard,
Okay,
yes.
so Amber's sister. Okay.
Yes, Amber's
Okay.
sister.
Your Honor, with those redactions, I'd ask for permission or move to admit Exhibit 408.
No, no objection?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 408 with redactions as it.
Mr. Depp, on April 9th, 2015,
Yes,
while you were married to Miss Heard, you texted someone named Sis, which may be her sister, you testified.
yes,
You said, I'm all right. I ... though I never, ever want to lay eyes on that filthy whore, Amber A. Most embarrassing. Did I read that right?
yes, you did.
And when you called Amber that filthy whore, she was your wife at the time, correct?
Yes, sir.
Let's pull up Exhibit 427, unredacted, please. Mr. Depp, I'd like to direct your attention
Okay.
is there another? I'd like to direct your attention to the fourth text up from the bottom,
Or from the,
chat number 1616.
hmm.
You see that?
Yes, I do.
And that's a text message exchange between you and Jerry Judge on April 26th, 2015, just a couple of weeks after you referred to Amber as a filthy whore. You see that?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, permission and move for admission of this exhibit with the two text exchanges in that chat between him and Jerry Judge.
Well, why don't you show me what it would look like redacted?
Okay.
We do that.
Okay, sure. It's just
Before we
those two,
publish it.
Michelle?
He's having trouble with this. All right. Any objection to 427
No objection,
with
Your Honor.
redactions? Okay, 427 with redaction.
Thank you, Your Honor. If you can just blow the text up, Michelle, of both of those. Mr. Depp, on April 26th, 2015, Jerry Judge, and Jerry Judge is your former security guy who passed away a couple years ago, right?
That's correct.
He writes you and says, "Hi, boss. Just wanted to say if you and Amber need anything, just let me know. I will be there in 20 minutes. Johnny, it is lovely to see how you and Amber are so happy. The other day, watching the two of you sitting on the bench by the sea was fantastic. The two of you need happiness, and it is really great to see that. Love to you and Amber. XOXO, Jerry." Did I read that right?
You did.
And beneath that, you texted him back and you said, "Thank you, my dear Jerry. Very, very kind, mate. We've been perfect. All I had to do was send the monster away and lock him up. We've been happier than ever all caps. Love you, brother. JD. Did I read that right?
You did, sir.
Michelle, could you please pull up Exhibit 445, defendants? And in the text that we just saw, when you used the word monster, that Miss Heard wasn't on that text message, was she?
No, that was between Jerry and myself.
Thank you. Mr. Depp, I'd like to direct your attention in this message to the second text down, which is a text from you to Dr. Kipper, Dr. David Kipper, on June 28th, 2015.
Okay.
Is that right?
Yes, 26, 28 to 15, yes.
Your Honor, I'd move for the admission of a redacted exhibit with that, simply that text. We're happy to redact the rest of it.
That text 139 or 137?
137, Your Honor, I'm sorry.
137.
No objection with
All
the
right,
proper
if we could
redactions.
Get those redactions before we publish, or did you want to publish?
We'll make the redactions right now and then
Okay.
Publish that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Four 445 as redacted.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. In evidence.
Thank you. And you sent this text on June 28th, 2015, and it said, you can blow up the text, Michelle, please. Thank you, my darling Kipper. All those technical abbreviations left me flummoxed and in the dark. Soon, soon, I must see you and just hang out. My deformed finger and I have no friends. By the way, Amber and I have been absolutely perfect for 3 fucking months solid. I've locked my monster child away in a cage deep within, and it has fucking worked. We're goddamn best friends now. Amazing. Big love to you, my brother. JD. Did I read that right?
Yes, you did.
And Amber wasn't on that text when you told Dr. Kipper that you had locked your monster child away in a cage deep within, was she?
No.
Can we pull up Exhibit 435, please, unredacted? It's just the bottom text that I'm going to direct your attention to, Mr. Depp. This is a text that you sent to Stephen Deuters on May 14th, 2015, right?
The last one,
Yep.
May 14th.
And Stephen Deuters is your personal assistant, or was your personal assistant at the time you were with Miss Heard, right?
Yes, he's now my partner. And
Now he's the president of the European branch of Infinitum Nihil, right?
IN2, yes, sir.
Move for admission of a redacted version of this document with just the bottom text, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right. If you could just redact it at the bottom.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. 435 in evidence as redacted.
And on May 14th, 2015, you blow up that text, Michelle, please. You texted Mr. Deuters, need to discuss the news helicopters hovering outside the house this morning. I'm ready to shoot a motherfucker. But don't worry, the monster is not involved. Correct?
I see that, yes.
And Miss Heard wasn't on that text, was she?
No.
Pull up Exhibit 196, please. This is on page 2, please. Are we on page 2? Yeah. So it's, Mr. Depp, I'd like to direct your attention to line 24. You can see in that left-hand column there. And this is a text message from you to Stephen Deuters, your personal assistant at the time, on October 31st, 2013, correct?
Yes, sir.
Permission to publish or move for admission, Your Honor, of just this page of the exhibit with just that text.
With the phone numbers redacted, we have no
Okay.
objection.
course.
You could do those redactions, so just be page 2 of Exhibit 196.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you ever going to enter any other pages of this exhibit into evidence?
I'd like to reserve the right to.
Then we'll call
To
this
do that.
196A.
Okay, thank you.
Just makes it easier for the record.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
Permission to publish, Your Honor.
All right, 196A in evidence as redacted.
And in this text message from you to Mr. Deuters on October 31st, 2013, you write, "Thanks. She thinks that my Peruvian period has made me a monster and that I am ruining the relationship." You see that?
Yes, I do, sir.
The Peruvian period is a reference to cocaine, is it not?
Yes, it is.